Hey guys, this is episode 4 of the Split Decision where we talk about the trade deadline and stuff like that. This is the last of the old episodes that are moving on to YouTube, so hopefully you enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and all the relevant links will be in the description. Thanks for listening.
I didn't expect it. I didn't know you were gonna do that. You were just like, I thought you were gonna say everything, so I was just like, I wasn't even on the page already.
Bro, keep this.
Suck,
That's
bro.
our intro. That's our intro. Keep it. That's our intro. That's our intro.
Oh, we're keeping that, or we?
We're keeping it. We're keeping it, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, boys, to NBA episode number 4 of the Split Decision. You're with your hosts, Tom P, George, and Taku. We're excited to bring you another episode of this podcast. You know, we know some of you have been liking it. We know some of you listened through. We would be reminiscent if we didn't mention our sponsors, Cremlon, right? Cremlon is a brand that 3 of our good friends made, right? Some of the best merch that we've ever worn. Their slides, absolute fire.
Taku.
You know,
You got the
Facts,
slides.
yeah. Facts. I got a pair of slides last week, bro. That shit's it's so good, comfy as. I wear it all around. I wear it to my house, wear it to basketball, stuff like that. It's perfect, just perfect for anytime. And they also got hoodies, shirts, socks. They got heaps of
more
stuff
coming
coming
soon.
out.
More coming soon.
And then make sure you guys check out their Instagram page. They'll update you on They update. I can't even speak, bro. They'll update you on there, and I'm pretty sure they've got a website on the way. So make sure you guys check them out.
So it's Cremlon with the C, Cremlon. Make sure you check it out on Instagram. Go DM them if you want some gear. You know, all good. Now, on that note of sponsoring people, make sure you're checking out our Instagram, our Twitter, and our YouTube. Make sure you're following or subscribe to all the things. And make sure when you do listen to our podcast, you give it a 5-star rate on our Apple review, because, you know, that stuff bumps us up and gives us more of a platform to talk to more people, get more viewers. You know, maybe you guys can interact on the platform. But yeah, other than that, let's just get straight into the podcast. So, Taku, tossing it to you, man.
So as you guys know, the trade deadline was a couple weeks ago now. And I thought we'd just look at some trade deadline winner and losers. I think we'll first look at like the first sort of loser. I thought that was like the Sacramento Kings. In the offseason, they signed Trevor Ariza and Dwayne Dedmon, but then near closing down to the trade deadline, they traded them both away. Trevor Ariza to the Portland Trail Blazers and Dwayne Dedmon back to the Atlanta Hawks. But they did get Jabari Parker, Alex Len, and Kent Bazemore, and 2 second-round picks in return. But I think looking overall, the season has been a fail because they did want to make a push to the playoffs. But now they're following a 21-31 start. Their postseason dreams are pretty much over. I don't know. What do you guys think the Kings should do?
Yeah, you go, George. So you
Yeah,
go.
I'll go. I reckon they keep Bogdanovic in the off-season because they're not a very big free agent destination, so they're not really going to get anyone better. And he's only 27 years old, so I think with the Kings maybe in 3-4 years, they can be a good playoff team. And then if they have him just say as a role player, starting or even off the bench in like 4 years as a 31-year-old, I think that's worth it. So I think they just bring him back and see how it goes. Let the young guys develop, Fox, Bagley, Harry Giles as well. So just let them all develop and see how they go, because they should make the playoffs in the next couple of years.
Facts, definitely. I agree.
Look, I don't know. Like, I do think that their postseason dreams are all over. You know, I reckon maybe they focus less on this year and more about rebuilding the next year. Keep their core players that they think that they should hold on to. You know, like their Bogdanovic and stuff. You know, like I reckon Aaron Fox is a real asset. You know, he could be something real big in the future. They keep him. Don't put him up for anything. You know, just keep him. See where they can go in the next year. You know, let this year slide. They're 21 and 31. Did you say, Taku?
Yeah.
You know, like playoff chances out the window, man. You know, but like, you know, that's all I gotta say.
Next year. I think the good thing is when they traded Dedmon, the Kings opened up money to throw Bogdanovic in free agency, especially if Parker declines his $6.5 million player option. And then, like stuff like that, like they need to re-sign their good players like Bogdanovic, because if they let him walk, then they're just gonna be going back down to square one.
Bro, Bogdanovic is a good player. He's a solid player. Like, he's not just like a bum that you can just get rid of. He's got some talent on him.
But
Like,
I think the
good-
problem is though is like if they did sign him, this would push the Kings over the projected salary cap
That's true.
and giving them only mid-level exceptions to draw in additional talent in free agency. But
They're not
like
going to get
mid-level
anyone big though.
you can
They
get
need those
like
players.
solid veterans.
Oh, of course,
But
like 10 mil
the-
or something like that.
The Kings aren't like a destination place for people to go. People don't go, yeah, I really want to go to the Kings, Like, who are they going to attract in? They really have to work some magic to get some big star to come in, even if they do get rid of Bogdanovic, if you understand.
Yeah, facts.
Where's the
like-
money even
like-
tied up to?
Yeah,
What big
who-
Harrison Barnes. He is
Harrison.
making
Bro,
so much money.
Can we just flash back
Oh
to
my
when he got
God.
traded in the middle of a bloody game?
That was funny.
Bro,
That was
was
funny.
He's just sitting there.
I felt
That's so
bad for him.
dog.
I
That's
felt
the worst
bad
thing.
for
That's the
him.
worst thing you can do to someone.
That was savage, bro. And
That
I
is
remember
so
it was on ESPN as well. They were just like, Harrison Barnes has been traded to the Sacramento Kings, and I was just like,
Just zooms in on his face.
and he
Like,
just looked sad, bro. He was like, damn.
Shit, I only got to go to Sacramento.
Nah, but look, yeah, it's over for the Kings. I think they just need to. I think, in my eyes, keep. No, I no. They're in a tough decision now that you think of, and you really think about it. They're in a bit of a tough decision. They're in a
But
split
realistically,
decision.
De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley the third, Harry
Listen.
Giles, Bogdanovic. That's a good core.
It's a good call, but how
That's a good call.
How old's Bogdanovic now?
He's 27.
Is he 27?
Yeah.
He's just about to exit his prime.
Jesus, what, bro? No,
Bro,
it is prime. What do you mean,
yeah,
27?
he's gonna exit.
I could hit his prime when
soon.
he's 30, though. You never
3
know.
years goes
Yeah.
quickly in the NBA, man.
That is true.
But he can have a good 5 years then. He'll be good.
Yeah, but then he's a shooter, so shooters' primes are different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
not everyone plays to LeBron where they're like 35.
No, I know, but I'm like, because you're talking prime, we're talking like athletically as well.
Oh,
Like he
yeah,
doesn't
no.
require as much as like athletically as like a Steph. No, I was about to say Steph Curry, bro. As like more athletic player, so like he can shoot like even just being like a pick and pop or stuff like that.
For Buddy Hield, greatest shooter of all time.
Buddy
Oh,
Hield as
bro,
well.
Buddy
Forgot
Hield,
about him.
even Buddy Hield, bro.
He's
Buddy
like
Hield's
27.
like 26. Yeah,
Bro,
Buddy Hield's like
drafted when he
26,
was like
He
27.
is serious. He's been
He was
such a good
drafted
shooter.
so
He's been a great shooter for so long. People have just been shooting on him because they've been, been in the shadow of Steph Curry.
I really wanted bro, what?
No, as in like, because everyone thinks, when you think greatest shooters in the NBA, you go, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. No one goes, Buddy Hield. Because he plays for Sacramento. Which brings me back to my point. There's no star talent on Sacramento for them to go, I want to join Sacramento. No one thinks of that.
Yeah, but Sacramento, they've got a good up-and-coming team.
Yeah, they do,
they've
they
got Bogdanovic and Buddy Hield. Great shooters. De'Aaron Fox is going to be an amazing point guard.
He's gonna be-
And then you've got Marvin Bagley, who I think is going to be a good big man as well. Like, solid.
I
Like, they've...
people should
just-
want De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, people do sleep on De'Aaron Fox.
He's a very good defender as well.
Yeah, exactly.
No one really thinks about that, but he's like elite. We can be elite.
He's so rapid as well.
Facts.
Yeah, fastest player in the NBA, easy. Him and John Wall, but now John Wall's obviously injured, so.
Bro, I feel like John Wall's been injured for like
He
3
dipped.
years.
That guy's
hasn't-
dipped.
He hasn't been in the NBA for so long, bro. I
He was
swear.
so good when he was though.
Yeah,
And he
he's
got
been star.
remember he got that max money, then he got injured, and now the Kings have just been paying him, bro.
Like
Yeah.
40 mil a year. Crazy.
And then
The Detroit Pistons now, they traded Andre Drummond to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was essential salary dump for Detroit Pistons. The trade made a lot of sense because it was worth $28.8 million option and owed to Drummond next season his fees up cap space for the Pistons. Was it smart to trade Andre Drummond, Taki?
bro, it was smart. When I saw the Cavs traded for him, it did not make sense to me because you've got Tristan Thompson and now you have Andre Drummond. They both can't shoot threes, so pretty much your paint's clogged up. Because I don't think if like Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Kevin, I think it's Kevin Porter, they don't have like any space to drive in because you've got Drummond in there.
You're
What
gonna
if
forget about Chetty Osman.
Osman.
Yeah, you're gonna forget about him.
Bro, I get it, George. You're a Cavs fan for 4 seasons. Doesn't mean you like know the team, bro.
But
I
this-
miss them.
Do you reckon
Uh,
Tristan will ever leave? I swear. I
why
read,
would he stay? I mean, if he's getting paid, isn't he?
yeah. I saw
Yeah.
something that said he was like in talks with another team. I forgot what it was.
The
Forgot what it was.
Cavs they're a horrible
They're
organization.
in sham. Left. They didn't know what to do.
Oh,
Bro,
when,
even
Even
when
when
LeBron
was
was there, bro, LeBron generally like had to run the team. Yeah, Tristan Thompson.
Exactly. He was running the team.
he was
Bro,
the
Tristan
owner, the
Thompson
GM.
signed a 5-year, $82 million contract with the Cavaliers
When?
in 2019.
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah.
All over for Tristan Thompson.
I think it's good for from the Pistons' point of view. I think it was
Yeah.
great because it puts them into rebuild mode. Because for the last 5
Facts.
years, they've been like a 6 to 8 seed. Missing
Yeah,
the playoffs.
mid-table team. They just sort of get in there, get swept, and then they leave.
Exactly. So this puts them into rebuild mode. They can get a better draft pick this year, and obviously it was the best trade they could get because no one else really wanted him, and he was going to leave anyway. So if you're going to get 2 second-round picks, take it over nothing.
Think about it. You got Luke Kennard. You got
He's good.
Don Maker, who Kevin Garnett said is going to be an MVP.
Dumboya.
Don Maker.
And then you can trade Derrick Rose. I'm surprised they didn't trade Derrick Rose at the trade deadline. They could have gotten some really good. Apparently, the Lakers wanted him. I thought that would have been a beautiful pickup for the Lakers.
Boys,
trading for him.
you're forgetting about the best big man in the last decade, Blake Griffin, man. The best big man.
All decade team.
the best power forward.
Oh, sorry, it was the center, wasn't it?
No, you put AD
Oh,
at
you put
the
him at
center.
center as well.
Oh, yeah, I put AD at center. Bro,
And you put-
power forward, bro.
Blake Griffin at center.
Bro, you were wilding,
I
bro.
was wild, bro. He's a gun. He's seriously.
Oh, this year he's been.
He's been old now.
Oh, and then also I put it here, but it's because I typed this last week. But Markieff Morris was bought out today.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that also, and he's gonna go. He plans to sign with the Lakers, and that'll also be a massive pickup for the Lakers. But also that's good because the Pistons are gonna have one of the biggest cap spaces next season. Now that they've dumped so much money.
I mean, who would you like to see the Pistons sign?
I don't think they really can because I mean it's Detroit. They can't get anyone big. I don't think.
Yeah, true.
As bad as that sounds.
The same as Sacramento. No one wants to live in Detroit. It's got such a bad rep to it.
I can see him getting a Harrell though, Montrezl Harrell.
But then
he's been off the bench. But would the Clippers sign him back? Like you don't know.
But then think who are the notable free agents next year? Anthony Davis. He's not leaving.
Yeah.
Draymond Green, Mike Conley.
I think he will. I don't think. Maybe. What if he doesn't re-sign? We don't know that.
Who? Anthony Davis.
AP, yeah.
I think he'll, bro. They're easily making it second round, third round, third round at least.
If he doesn't make the conference final, he might consider it.
But where is he going?
Yeah, where's he gonna go?
Where's he gonna go? That's the problem.
So it's not just the team; it's him living in LA as well. He wants to live in LA.
You're living in LA. He's playing with his idol. He's playing with LeBron. And I think, and it's good because LeBron's aging. Like he's getting to that point where he's aging. I don't know how long he can stay at this level. And then AD, as LeBron's aging, AD is picking up more of that load, and then they can have that dynamic until LeBron leaves, and then LA becomes AD's team.
Well, they can even sign more players. I wouldn't be surprised if they build even more. As LeBron ages, maybe he signs a new contract. That's a bit less money. If he does that, I'm not sure. But they can sign other players around that as well. So it'll be LeBron who's a bit old, and then AD in his prime, and another player as well in their prime. So I think they're always going to try and build a good team around him. So he needs to stay.
So anyway, so then I don't know. The Pistons, realistically, what I'd like them to do is trade Blake Griffin. I would love Blake Griffin to go to the Celtics. But then that's obviously, you're having to give up either Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
I think
they give away Jaylen Brown, I reckon, for Blake Griffin.
No way.
To win now, you reckon?
Jaylen Brown's better than Blake Griffin right now.
Right, you reckon?
Yes, 100%. Have you seen his I don't know his exact stats up. Jaylen Brown's 23?
Yeah, and then Blake Griffin's
in his 30s. Yeah, early 30s.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, Blake Griffin's 30.
Damn, man, I remember.
He's averaging at least 20 points.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's old. It feels like he was young just yesterday, which was 2010, 2011. He just got drafted around there.
That was 10 years ago.
I mean,
It's not good.
they can also sign Montrezl Harrell as like a replacement center, averaging 18.6 7 rebounds and a block a game, while shooting 57% from the off the bench. Obviously, his performance will dip if he becomes a starting center because he is undersized for that position. But still, I reckon that could be a solid pickup for them.
Yeah, I can definitely say that
I agree.
happening. I mean,
I
he
agree.
won't be that bad as a starter. He's still averaging starter minutes.
He's a
Even
solid player. Montrezl Harris.
even Brandon
Harrell,
Ingram, offering Brandon Ingram a max contract. Because Brandon Ingram
They'll match it.
deserves a max. You reckon Pelicans match it?
No.
Well, he's an all-star.
That's a lot of money, bro. For
He's
the
an
Pelicans.
all-star though. Who else are they gonna have? I
They
know
have Drew Holiday. They have Drew Holiday.
Nah, they'll have to match it. He's an all-star. As long as if he's someone
Brandon
like an
Ingram needs
Andrew
to do
Wiggins.
something. Brandon Ingram needs to do something to prove that he deserves a max contract. You know, right now he's like he's. I wouldn't say he's even carrying the team right now. Zion's doing a bit of heavy lifting as well.
Bro, before Zion got there, though, Brandon Ingram was absolutely balling out.
That's
It's because Zion has got there. Brandon Ingram is getting less touches.
Exactly.
He's still you got to keep him though. You're not going to get a player like that. I don't think they can ever draft a player as good as
but
Ingram. Like it's unlikely you'll get such high of a pick. So I don't know what else they're going to spend their money on as well. So 100% you keep him.
think about players that have max
100%.
contracts. Think about the players that have max contracts. You know, like they're all at this level where they're just above Brandon Ingram, like talent wise. You know, like players that have max contracts.
No, but then you're also investing in his future. You lock because this is only going to be a rookie extension, so it's not going to be as much as an actual max contract.
That's true. I forgot about
So
that.
you position yourself for the future. Where you've locked him down for the foreseeable future. Then you have Drew Holiday / Lonzo Ball, which could be a defensive lockup in the backcourt. Brandon Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4, and then I don't know who's their center at the moment. Yeah, Favors.
Or Jackson Hayes. He's like their more future.
Oh, bro, yeah, exactly. And you have Jackson Hayes. I think Jackson Hayes is going to be a baller, bro. He can be a solid center, especially defensively.
Who's that guy in the draft next year? That's the center, Wiseman or something.
James Wiseman, yeah.
Fuck, he looks good.
He might drop. He might fall though because he's got bans. Yeah, he's not playing.
Yeah.
He's got bans. So.
But it wasn't his fault, bro. I'm not even gonna get into the NCAA, bro.
NCAA, they are idiots.
They're trash, bro.
Team, the Golden State Warriors. Trading D'Angelo Russell before he played a single game with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson seemed premature, although the relationship probably wasn't going to work in the long term. Was trading D'Angelo Russell a good idea? Opinions?
I mean, hey,
shut up, Parker. You're a Timberwolves fan, bro.
You started following the Timberwolves just now, right?
I hope he flops.
Bro, no more needing to defend Andrew Wiggins. I don't know. No more me needing to be like, nah, he was Rookie of the Year. Nah, Kobe said he was the next Kobe. Nah, he's Maple Jordan. No more.
What about your 5 Wiggins jerseys?
I have like 3.
Oh no, it's so sad.
Dude, trash.
Bro, what's gonna happen? Wait, did you wait? Yeah, I know.
He really has 3 Wiggins jerseys. Oh my god.
Where you putting them now? Though? Where you putting the Wiggins jerseys now?
It's still in my closet, bro. They're just chilling. They're
not getting brought out ever again.
Nah, dude was trash. No, his thing is he's good. It's just he shows no effort on the basketball court, and it's frustrating to watch. Because that game, I remember the game start of the season. I think it was like our 3rd game with the Miami Heat. He put the ball in his hand. He hit like 4 straight threes, and we won the game because of him. It's like he can do stuff like that, but he just sits in the corner or he sits in the wing, and then he gets the ball, passes straight away, then just runs to the corner. And it looks like days ago, and it's frustrating to watch. I don't know.
Do you reckon he fits the style of the what's it called? The Warriors though? Like does his play style fit the Warriors play style?
Positionally, it makes more sense than D'Lo. Because for D'Lo, either they were gonna have him playing the 2, or have him. And think about it, D'Lo's a ball dominant guard. He runs pick and rolls. He needs the ball in his hand to be effective.
Right.
And then obviously Steph Curry doesn't need the ball in his hand as much because he can run off the ball and be more dynamic like that. Yeah. But I don't see it working long term. So
Clay would have had to play small forward.
But then I think it was a robbery. We robbed the Warriors. They could have gotten way more than what we gave them for D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, what's his contract like? What's the contract for D'Angelo Russell still?
It lines up with Cat. I think they're like D'Angelo Russell signed a 4-year max contract,
Right.
and I'd rather be giving D'Angelo Russell max contract than Andrew Wiggins
Of
anyway.
course.
And then so what we gave them a draft pick. It was like Andrew Wiggins and a draft pick. Andrew is on like one of the worst contracts in the NBA, which made like the Warriors. It's facts.
It's fact. Bro,
It's
ever
facts.
since he left, Taku's just been roasting this guy, bro.
He's been alright this year,
anger
though.
just coming out in Taku.
Bro, he's a
He's been alright this
low
year.
efficiency shooter who doesn't pass or play defense at a high level. All things the Warriors have prided themselves on for years. He shoots 18 to 19 shots attempts per game this season, which was more than Thompson and Kevin Durant took on the Warriors last year when they were healthy. Meaning he must accept he has to accept a severely reduced workload to fit in. Because he'll be taking 12 shots max when Steph comes.
So, final opinions on the Andrew Wiggins report. So, Warriors, win or lose, George? Win or lose for the Warriors?
It's too early to tell. Neutral both. I think win for the Timberwolves, but Warriors, you don't know how good Wiggins is going to be. So I reckon give it a year and see how it is.
Yeah, I think I agree. We have to see him playing with the Timberwolves. We have to see him play with Steph and Clay and Draymond.
I reckon he's going to be a bum.
Because I think Steve Kerr can like sort of ignite, like especially if Wiggins can be solid defensively and bring that like matchup where he can like not, I don't want to say lock up, but can really disturb a problem for the opposing small forward, such as Kawhi, KD, LeBron. Like obviously he's not stopping KD, LeBron, and stuff like that. But if he can like just sort of stifle them and can give the Warriors a real chance, then I reckon it'd be a good pickup. Would have been a smart pickup because that means he'd be better defensively than D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, fair enough. I reckon my final opinions on this. I reckon this was more of a loss than it was a win for the Warriors at this point in time. But in the future, it could prove to see that it was more of a win than it was a loss at this moment. But for now, it's a massive dub for the Timberwolves. You know, D'Angelo Russell he's such a high star, like high quality player. You know, we saw what he did at Brooklyn. We didn't get to see much flashes at the Warriors. You know, we didn't let him sink in and really get to gel in a team. But I still think that he'll do really well at the Timberwolves. It was a big win, you know. But we'll have to see how he goes in the Western Conference still, you know, against all these top Western Conference teams with those massive guards, you know. Like we got Westbrook, we got Harden. Who else do we got? Point guard position at the Western Conference. Who?
Lillard.
Lillard. Like
Curry.
There's some big this year. He's gonna have to come up against Curry again instead of playing with
Rondo.
Exactly. Look at
Rondo. Bro, shut up, bro. Rondo.
Hey, Rondo.
Exactly.
Bro.
There's some top talent guards and small and shooting guards in the Western Conference, and it'll be good to see how he fares against them. You know.
But he'll be a good he's an all-star caliber player, so especially playing with Cat. I mean,
but have we seen him play that all-star caliber level for a while though? What's he been averaging?
Last year.
Yeah, bro. Even no,
when
I was watching him, like I watched all the games he played against like us. He was killing us.
Yeah, true.
He was killing like dude's a baller, straight up.
He hasn't had as much of a thing. Sorry, the Warriors like I don't know couldn't really showcase his talent as much, but he'll be good now.
Yeah, I reckon. On to more winners. Well, I wouldn't say. I don't know. Are the Houston Rockets winners in this?
Yes.
I want to say one more thing about the Timberwolves. All right, guys. I mean, just wait out, bro. When we get Devin Booker,
no one cares about the Timberwolves.
No one cares about the
Timberwolves. Devin Booker, book it in the summer. Devin Booker is being traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Hey, on a different note, I watched Devin Booker do an interview like the 10 Essentials. Bro, my man drinks wine, like red wine. He's like
20.
Yeah, no.
How old is he? He's like 24, bro.
Drinking wine.
Bro, the shit he carries is really weird. Everything he does is like sponsored by himself. Like he's got his own notebook that's like it's got his name on the front of it. But he designs them for like kids as well. It's really weird. Anyway, Houston Rockets, big win.
You know what?
I wouldn't say big win, but I say win.
I'm saying win.
George, go off.
I am saying win. Okay, because they weren't going anywhere anyway. And if they're going to win a championship this year with both Harden and Westbrook aging, so obviously, they don't have too long left, they had to take a risk. And
Facts.
playing small ball is a very good risk, and I don't think it'll pay off, but it's the only chance, if that makes sense.
Wait, what?
They weren't going anywhere anyway.
What was that stat? They were the only team to have ever won with a player that isn't over 6'5" or something like that. What was it?
Yeah, it was like 6'7", I think.
How crazy
Covington was
is
the
that?
tallest one.
Bro, that's crazy. Covington.
But it might work. You never know.
Covington being your
George, you were at the game. You were at the Lakers.
I actually was.
You were at the Lakers Rockets game. Tell us, how was that?
Oh, it was great. Great experience. Great atmosphere. Staples Center, my first time there. But yeah, you could see like the Rockets were killing us. The Lakers. No, that wasn't on Tuesday.
They lost, bro. They lost that game.
And I thought, they were just going to pass it into AD, Dwight, JaVale, but they were benching Dwight and McGee a lot during the game. I think it's because obviously the defense doesn't really work because everyone's on the perimeter for Houston. So but no, I can see it paying off.
Did you get like a free shirt or anything? Were they giving out free stuff at the game?
No. The game previous, when the game after Kobe's death, they did the thing.
They gave out all the shirts and stuff.
Yeah, so that was the previous games, but no, not the games that were out.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
That's it.
Rip Bean.
Rip Bean. Sad day.
I think it's gonna be interesting because low key before they traded Clint Capella, I honestly thought the Rockets could rival. I thought they were up there. They were my number 3 team. I thought they could really rival the Clippers and the Lakers. Because just like, I know James Harden's been patchy in the playoffs, but then I think just the combination of James Harden giving you like 40, Russell Westbrook giving you 20, 10, and 10, and just that relentless energy that they could really like do something. But I think this can be interesting because now they can switch everything. All players are dangerous from hitting threes, and then the paint's wide open. That gives James and Russ time to drive and kick out. There's like so much stuff they could run. This is like ultimate small ball. It's gonna be interesting. But then, as like George was saying, come playoff time, bro, that's barbecue chicken for Anthony Davis every day of the week.
Yeah, true.
That is barbecue chicken.
AD's gonna munch on them. Oh, speaking of barbecue, I can actually really eat some barbecue chicken right now. That's it. Bro, it's lunch.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Barbecue chicken alert.
Barbecue chicken
alert.
Imagine Shaq playing against those Rockets.
Oh my god.
He would. Oh.
Bro, Shaq
would kill them.
This time. Shaq would dominate in this time.
A 50-year-old Shaq would.
Speaking of
still dominate.
Interesting trades, Miami Heat winning the Andre Iguodala. Right, big versatile player Andre Iguodala is here on defense. He can play both sides of the court. What are your thoughts, Taki?
I was surprised when I saw this. In every scenario that I'd imagined on where Andre Iguodala was going, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Celtics with how much assets they had. Obviously, the Lakers and Clippers were reported as the front runners to get him. I'm like happy. The Grizzlies, bro, they held tight. They
did well.
They said they were not going to buy him out. They did not buy him out. They got a couple picks away. But then this is amazing trade for the Miami Heat. I think this solidifies them as a Eastern Conference contender and puts them up on that level with the Bucks and the Toronto Raptors. Because Jay Crowder, he's one of those elite 3-and-D type players. Maybe not elite, just a tier off. Because when you think of elite, you think of like Clay. So maybe that tier off elite that can give you that gritty defense. And he really adds that Miami Heat culture. Because I think he's just one of those guys, he's like one of those Jimmy Butler types that works hard for everything they get. So I thought it was a good trade.
Yeah, people forget about Crowder in that trade.
Yeah, true.
Like he was actually just as important as Iguodala, in my opinion. So
I agree. I agree.
So they got 2 really good players.
But just quickly, Giannis is a free agent next year, isn't he?
2 years.
2 years.
2021.
Not this free agency, the next one, yeah.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, because aren't what's it called? What was I thinking of? Who was I thinking? Was it the Raptors that were like, yeah, we got Giannis' GM or manager or something to come to us or something like that?
Yeah, his really good friend is their owner or GM. I forgot.
Yeah.
Is it owner or GM? Taki, do you know?
I think it's GM, not owner.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, he's really good mates with Giannis, so
That could be a big trade.
he could definitely go there.
Big,
He won't leave there. I don't know.
But I only see Giannis leaving the Bucks if they don't make the finals.
That's true. And I can't.
If they make the finals or a contender, he's gonna stay.
Wait, did you see that tech foul that he got in the last game when he was going up for the board?
Giannis.
Yeah, he went up for the board. He came down, and he got a foul, and then he yelled at the ref. He's like, "Bro, it's not a foul." And then they gave him a tech or something. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, the refs are weak,
they were
bro.
They were already up by 29 points, and this man was still playing like he was up by like 1 in the.
It's that mentality. It's the Mamba mentality.
He has the Mamba mentality, and if he doesn't win a championship this year, I will be shocked because, as everyone saw. I mean, everyone saw the tweets. Everyone knows this. If you're a real basketball fan, you saw when Kobe challenged him to win MVP. He's acquired that All-Star.
And he's about to, bro.
Then he challenged him to what's it called?
Win a championship.
And I reckon this unfortunately Kobe's demise. I reckon,
bro, are you gonna make me cry, bro?
It'll further push him and the Lakers both to the final. It'll be a Lakers final.
I just want the Lakers to win. So then, like, LeBron gets like finals MVP, and he goes like, "What does this mean to you?" And then LeBron goes like, "Kobe, man, this is for you."
Kobe.
And I would just like break down, bro. I would just be like, "Oh
because
my
Lakers
God."
as well. It's his team.
Yeah,
exactly.
He
bro.
bleeds purple and gold.
Yeah,
Right.
It would be better if the Lakers won.
On to some more happier news. Forbes' most valuable NBA team list. This is an interesting one. We haven't really spoken about, value.
I was shocked, bro. When I was researching this, I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, you research it, Tucker. You go off.
I mean, like, I wasn't surprised. Obviously, like, the New York Knicks are in like the most profitable market in America, living in New York and stuff. So obviously, New York Knicks are 1. Lakers were 2nd, probably being the most storied franchise in the world. Everyone knows who the Lakers are. Third was Golden State. Fourth was Chicago Bulls.
No, but
and the 5th was Boston Celtics.
Chicago's a big city as well.
Yeah, Chicago's big, yeah.
But also New York's big, though. Think about New York is a massive... It's a state, though, but New York City itself is
massive. Yeah, it's huge.
But even though it's divided by 2 teams, New York Knicks still seem to be way bigger. I don't understand why that is. I mean, I probably don't know about the geography of America well enough to understand what it is. But I know that Brooklyn are from.
Brooklyn's
I think
from
Bronx
Brooklyn,
is like a suburb.
Brooklyn's from Brooklyn.
No.
Bronx is a suburb in New York, I think.
Yeah.
I swear I was like the Bronx. I was like, fuck, isn't it?
Nah, it gets confusing because like BR.
Brooklyn, like we don't know enough about this to talk about, but I'm pretty sure Brooklyn's like I don't want to say like direct correlation, but Brooklyn is like sort of like a Melbourne sort of thing, and then the Bronx is like Essendon, like that sort of type thing.
I think it's like a suburb.
New York is divided into 5 bits, like Long Island, Staten Island, and all that.
Manhattan. Then you got Manhattan, Brooklyn, and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm pretty sure, like, so the Knicks play in Madison Square Garden. I'm pretty sure that's close to like Times Square. I'm not 100% sure.
They're literally
that's right.
New York. But that's why I can understand why they've got such a big following, though, because that'd be plastered everywhere. Especially you think about it when this is like a weird one. When Jeremy Lin was going off, man, apparently he was just plastered everywhere all over Times Square and stuff because Linsanity and stuff like that.
Bro, when the Knicks winning, when the Knicks are winning, like, it's crazy. That's the thing. Like, that's the sad thing about them being so bad. Team. Yeah, that's the sad thing about them being so bad. It's because if they're winning, they'd be making so much more money.
But of course, they're the worst team in the league, and they're so valuable.
But here's the fourth one. The fourth one was more surprising. The Celtics. I know they've got a history, but that was very interesting to me. The Celtics.
I think Boston's a big city.
Boston's big,
yeah.
Because if you think about the major cities in America, like if you say, what cities in America do you know? You say New York, you say LA, you say Chicago, you say. I was surprised about the Warriors. I think it's because they just got they're just coming off like that streak, and then they've just built their whole new stadium, so they're making mad bank right now.
So I think I wasn't shocked. I was shocked by the Boston one. That was the only one that really made me think, wow, really? But I think the other 3 or 4, no, 3 that it was, sorry, The other three were actually pretty reasonable. Like everyone knows the Lakers. The Lakers are the most renowned like franchise in the world. Like doesn't matter where you go, everyone knows who the Lakers are. Everyone knows
Yeah.
LeBron. When you think basketball, you think LeBron. You think Kobe. Who do they play for? The Lakers.
Facts.
People
And then-
think Michael Jordan. You know that's Chicago.
You see, and then
No,
also Toronto Raptors saw the largest growth of the last year, rising up 25% rise. Now they're valued at 2.1 billion. I thought that was also pretty interesting.
I thought they'd be higher because it's the whole kind of country in a way.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they represent a whole country.
True, but then think about it, they didn't really do anything like significant before this year.
They just before. Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, one other note on New York. That's like remember when we did that episode talking about why doesn't James Dolan sell the team? It makes sense now.
Yeah, they're
Like-
such a big organization.
Without making he makes so much money. Like without a
Yeah.
substantial offer. Like if I'm him, I'm not accepting a deal less than 5 billion.
True.
Like
And when they become good, he can sell it for even more.
exactly.
Imagine how much
But
they're gonna.
the question
be.
is when are they going to become?
When will they be
Yeah,
good?
well, they probably will
When
never
they
be good.
good?
Oh,
They'll probably
it
never
is-
be good. Let's be honest.
I don't want to even get into it, but just their system of drafting it's just so dumb. Like RJ
They
Barrett's
drafted
been
Frank
the only-
Ntilikina. That's all you have to say.
RJ Barrett's been the only good draft they've had in like the last 5 years or whatever it is.
Bro, they had KP, but then they
Yeah,
traded
Chris
him.
Stapps.
Yeah, oh my, such a stupid trade, man.
But he hasn't been that good this year either. So,
No,
I don't know.
when Luka hasn't been there, dude's been balling
Yeah.
out.
yeah, that's a good point.
It's hard
yeah.
to show him when you've got a player like Luka Doncic.
Luka's like third in MVP, third or fourth in MVP.
That's
ladder
crazy.
right
He
now.
is second year.
What?
Apparently,
He's like 2 years older than us. He's
Yeah,
like 4 years older than Taku.
he's
like-
like a child, bro.
He's so young. Taku's like
Taki,
15
when he's
still.
turning 18, bro.
Fuck you. Bums, bro.
Bro,
And then,
he's like George's height as well. He's like 6'6".
but at least he can
That's
dunk.
it.
Ooh,
Can dunk.
Ooh. No, you can't.
I'll show you. I
dunk,
can do
bro.
windmills now. I'll show you.
At right, bro. Final thing, I thought this was interesting. So you guys remember when Daryl Morey tweeted about the whole China Hong Kong thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's caused the NBA massive financial troubles
Yeah, it would.
because now the projected salary cap has been reduced because the predicted revenue from China has gone down significantly because of that tweet. So the salary cap that teams are gonna have next year is not as much as this year because of what happened, because of what Daryl
Really?
Morey
That's
said.
not-
Just from that.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, the financial side of the NBA still remains strong, and there's belief that the money will come back. But there's no long-term impact of what that tweet did. But short-term, I thought that was it's crazy how big of a market China is. Now that's gonna have such a significant on the NBA's revenue and salary cap for next season.
Yeah.
I mean, in the population of China, obviously that's so much, and they love basketball. It's one of their biggest sports, so that's expected. So many fans there.
Yeah, true. Continuing on from before with the Toronto Raptors, it looks like the Toronto Raptors aren't having a championship hangover, and the effect of losing Kawhi hasn't hurt them. With them absolutely balling out this year in the recent stretch that they've had, their winning streak of 15 games and counting has been just as impressive, if not even more impressive, to what the Bucks' win streak was this season. The Raptors have done this with an injury-plagued roster this season, without obviously the reigning Finals MVP makes this title-defending season even more impressive. They have two Pascal Siakam and Kyle Lowry, a ridiculously deep roster and amazing player development, maybe even the best in the league. Can the Toronto Raptors challenge for the title this season against the Bucks?
No, because
No,
they'll miss.
yeah.
They'll miss. They will.
Straight up, dude.
Hey,
Dude was
straight up.
dude was like,
Bro,
nah,
like, go-
he's
no.
like, he ain't having it.
No, I was
Why
thinking
not?
that.
Let's hear it. Why not? Why
I
not?
mean, in playoffs, they're going to miss Kawhi. You might think, in a few regular season games, they're doing so good. But just wait till the playoffs in a 7-game series against a very good team, and you'll see how much they miss Kawhi.
And
They
don't
have a good,
forget,
I'm not going to lie, they have a good team. I'm not dissing them, but you'll see how they would really miss Kawhi in the playoffs.
and don't forget, Kyle Lowry in the playoffs is like a shell of himself. He doesn't do as much as he does in the regular season.
Exactly.
I swear, and it's a reoccurring thing. It's every year. Pascal Siakam, could he fill that void Kawhi left in the playoffs? I don't know. challenge.
He can't.
Nah.
But then,
No
but
one's
then
gonna feel Kawhi's shoes. Have you seen how big his hands are, bro? Like no one's gonna feel that.
no one's feeling his
His
gloves, bro.
shoes.
No, no one's
But then
feeling his gloves.
I'm thinking, can Nick Nurse just put on an like, let's say, right now, standing show. Let's see, like Raptors get to the conference finals, and then they'll go up against the Bucks. Like, can Nick Nurse just put on absolute coaching masterclass? Wait, first of all, do you think they can get past the Celtics realistically?
Yes, easily.
Yeah, of course.
Easily.
Because
Celtics are good, but
they're not even stressed, I reckon, this season.
first round they'll go up like if the playoffs started today, first round they go up against the Nets, and Kyrie's out
easy win.
now for the rest of the year.
So Nets might not even make it, but then again, they're good without Kyrie, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been alright. So let's say they make it past the Nets. Round 2, they go to the Celtics. Jason Tatum, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jason Tatum's been balling.
He's balling. He has been balling.
I
don't know how good of a defender he is as well. He's actually like elite.
And then think about it. You got Kemba, you got JT, you got Jaylen Brown, you got bro. Gordon Hayward is he's been coming back as well.
I think 17 points a game he's been averaging. So that's very good for a player to break his legs. He's come back.
If the Raptors do seem to get to the finals somehow, let's pretend somehow they beat the Celtics, right? They beat the Bucks. They do make the finals and they put up a good fight, or even better, they win, right? In the playoff. I reckon Pascal Siakam will win MVP.
Finals MVP or like MVP?
No, it's here. It just says MVP.
Oh, what? No way Pascal Siakam winning. Because remember, MVP is just a regular season award.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what it doesn't per season.
But like, start the year, kind of a thing. I don't know. Start the year, people are kind of saying he might, but now he's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's not that he's fault. It's more that Giannis has run away with it.
He's winning it 100%.
All right. If Giannis doesn't win it, it's so rigged. Giannis, LeBron, it has to be one of the two.
It has to be Giannis.
It has to be Giannis.
It has
to be Giannis.
Look, no, it has to be Giannis. But LeBron has deserved to win it so many more years. I'm sorry to change the topic, but LeBron is every year. It's just like, look, we can't give this to LeBron every year. So who's the next best player after LeBron? You know, it just.
I don't know about the years where the year Russell Westbrook won MVP, he shouldn't have won it. The year James Harden won it, LeBron should have won it. I don't know how LeBron didn't win it that year. It's actually a joke.
LeBron was more in the playoffs. Was really good that year, though. People underestimate how good he was in those playoffs.
Look, as much as Russ broke a record for most triple doubles, LeBron still had more of a better year than.
No, but then think about it. Russ, bro, what? That was 2017. LeBron, that was Kyrie was still Russ had no one. Russ was the stuff Russ was doing was stuff we might never see again. So
yeah.
I am mad at that.
No, I still James Harden's here. Even Steph Curry's back-to-back. Oh, I'm so pissed off by that. I can't
really
put it back-to-back, man.
Bro, I think you're forgetting Steph Curry. Those 2 years was on an absolute another level.
Yeah, I know.
It was a joke.
I'm more pissed that he won it back-to-back years and then won 3 chips as well. He's on the same level as LeBron, if you understand me. But
LeBron has 4. LeBron has 4 MVPs.
He's got 4.
And 3 finals MVPs.
And 3 finals MVPs. And then,
he has 3 championships. So does Clay, and they're both nowhere near LeBron's level.
If LeBron played with KD, and Clay,
but it's
his whole career, he'd have more as well.
But then rings have to have context. Like Robert Horry has 7 rings.
Yeah.
But then think about it. He won 2 with Hakeem Olajuwon, won 3 with Kobe and Shaq, and then stuff like that. Robert Horry was nowhere near the best player on that team. When you say Steph has 3, LeBron has 3. LeBron's 3 seem more because LeBron was the best player on those teams.
LeBron's 1 means more than Steph's 3. Everyone knows that LeBron's 1 championship was more than Steph's 3 championships.
Because Steph's championships have asterisks next to him. Because you think about it, the first year, Clay, Kyrie, and Kevin Love injured, and then they lost in 2016.
And then KD came for the other one.
They went to 6. Then KD came, and LeBron still took a game from them. And obviously, the last year, he wasn't even supposed to be in the finals. That still blows my mind how they got into the finals in 2018.
Crazy. That was crazy, bro.
Who the what?
Who was he down to? The Pacers in the first round or something?
Yeah, bro.
Down 3-2 to the
Yeah.
Celtics. You know,
that was nuts. That was absolutely nuts.
I've never seen someone do that good. Never seen someone dominate as much as he did those playoffs. He was just on a different level.
Second greatest of all time. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Baller.
MJ's the first, bro. It's undeniable.
It's undeniable. Facts. All right.
Wait.
And then
he steamrolled the Raptors. He steamrolled.
Bro,
Every
he has
year
to-
LeBron comes up against him, he steamrolls them. It's not even a question if he's gonna win. He just does it.
It's
If
just
they make the finals, Lakers do as well.
imagine if they win in 4 as well. It'd just be funny. It's like I thought LeBron just lives. LeBron lives in the Raptors' heads, bro. It's like
Bro,
Kyle Lowry's
if
gonna have
the
flashback.
Raptors make the finals against LeBron, it's over.
imagine he sweeps them as well, bro. Shit would be so funny.
Just laughs at him, takes the piss as well.
Because
that's what he's doing. He's like taking the piss out of him while he's like doing all these like circus shots and that.
Facts,
like these
bro.
top fadeaways.
Like that game winner. That game winner in 2018 when he was like doing the runner off the backboard, bro.
That was a piss day. It was just like, I'm just gonna embarrass you guys.
Speaking of LeBron, the next LeBron in the
Oh my gosh. That transition, brother.
Bro.
The next LeBron.
He is the next LeBron. I'm sorry, but this guy has some talent, bro.
I don't know if he's
he just can't shoot like LeBron. He can't pass like
20
LeBron.
or more points.
No, bro, Zion's actually an
He's a good
underrated
passer. No, that's a good
Zion's an underrated passer.
He had 30 points for his first time posting a new career high when they beat the Portland Trail Blazers 138 to 117. Well, was it 2 weeks ago or a week ago?
Yeah, that was before the All-Star break.
Yeah. Bro, he's going to be something special. If he stays at the Pelicans, all right, for a while, he's going to be something special. If he doesn't get sucked into his own hype, I reckon he'll be very good.
Yeah, that's
injuries
the thing.
as well.
And injuries is the number one concern right now.
That's
true. But I don't... Oh.
But like Charles Barkley was a similar build, but he didn't really suffer that many injuries, and he still had a very good career.
Charles Barkley fluctuated in weight as well.
Zion needs to cut weight. That's the thing. I think that's the number one thing. He generally needs to cut weight.
He needs to find the right weight for him to be athletic as he is, but more mobile.
The guy can't even walk properly. Have you seen him walk?
Yeah,
he waddles.
Bro, you're just roasting him now.
But you can't roast him. We want him on the podcast one day. You can't roast him, bro. You can't roast.
Sorry,
Zion.
We need listening back, bro. Zion. We need high-star celebrities like Harry Jones, and Lewis Leeds on the podcast next as well.
Lewis Leeds is soon. Matt Werndl.
Matt Werndl. Marcus
Right.
Can Zion still win Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
If he averages like 22
John Morant and Zion Williamson.
22 and 8, how can you? If he averages like 22 and 8, how can you tell him no?
Well, for the basic fact.
Who won it last year? Who was it last year?
Who was it last?
Doncic,
yeah.
He averaged, 20 something?
But then Zion missed like 50 games, 40 games.
It doesn't matter.
Jars played too many games already.
But then remember when Joel Embiid only won 30 games and people thought he should have won Rookie of the Year over Malcolm?
Yeah, but that's because like Dario Saric was like the second best option. But here you got John Moran, who's actually like a good player, and he's leading
I reckon
his team
Ben Simmons will win again this year.
That joke's so old.
The joke's dead, bro.
It's dead. It died in 2017, bro.
People that still comment on Instagram posts really need to just they need to reevaluate their life, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's fact. I agree.
So Zion, Rookie of the Year, yes, no? Final opinion?
No.
I'm gonna go against the grain.
Ja's done too much.
Exactly.
Moving from Rookie of the Year to the MVP of the top contenders. Obviously, Giannis, as we spoke about before, he is an absolute monster on the court. He's doing better than he did last. Somehow he's toppling his season last year, and his last season was just like out of this world, undeniably one of the greatest. He'll go down in books. Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
Nothing. I saw this thing. I don't know if he has the highest at the moment. If he keeps on the same pace, he has the highest single season PER ever.
You need to explain PER to people that don't.
I don't know what the stat means. I just know that it's a
okay.
Player efficiency rating. I think it pretty much just shows how good you are.
It's your plus minus.
Good way to explain it.
No, that's not plus minus. Plus minus is something else.
It's like Michael Jordan has like one of the highest of all time because he obviously is the greatest. It's pretty much a direct correlation to how good you are.
Yeah.
So
it's
the highest of all time.
So it's the PR sums up all a player's positive accomplishments and subtracts the negative accomplishments and returns a per minute rating of a player's performance.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. He has the highest
But
PR
let's
in
just-
NBA
let's
single
just-
season PR at the moment.
We'll look at what he's averaging right now. 30.8 points per game, 13.4 rebounds per game, 5.8 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game, 1 block per game. That is a crazy stat line to look at.
Do you know the crazy thing?
What?
He's only averaging like 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, it's
I know.
fucked.
If he was averaging 35, he would have some crazy stats.
He's averaging like 35, 15.
He's putting up
and
2K
six.
numbers. He's putting up 2K numbers.
He pretty much, well, not Taku's 2K player.
Yeah, no. Taku's.
He's-
I know you're not talking,
Taku's
bro.
pretty good.
I know you're not talking. I know you're not talking,
Look, go check
bro.
out-
Okay, don't make me bring out my slashing
Hey,
sharp
hey,
all right?
hey,
And beat
Everyone,
you
just
like we
make
did
sure you
last
go
time.
check out the YouTube channel. Go check out the 7-game series and who's winning right now. All right.
Bro, you deleted 2K.
Fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Look, it
You
doesn't
deleted
matter.
it. Why delete it?
Why did I? Do it? I needed more space for COD because
Fair
more
enough,
gameplay,
fair
more
enough.
gameplay coming out soon. We don't just do 2K. All right, more gameplay.
Exactly. We're broad.
We're broad. FIFA.
We're broadening.
content
We're
comes.
going off, bro. We're going. All right, no.
Wait, let me just do a quick plug. Go subscribe to YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you're getting Cremlon merch as well. All right, everything's just gonna be either in the description or something. Make sure you go check everything out. Thanks for that. All right,
Yeah.
back to the podcast.
Hey,
Back to the
Taki,
podcast.
Taki, remember to put that stuff in the description. I don't want to forget.
All right, make sure you put that shit in the description.
Yeah.
Right? We just
He's
go, it's in
spoken
the
about it.
description, and it's not in the description.
We're gonna check in a
Look, if
little
it's not in the
bit.
description, you've gotten this far in the podcast. You're a real G. All right.
Oh, yeah, facts.
We respect.
Oh, nah, right, yeah, facts. We're still listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
I love
Bro,
it.
I know Nick Talasakidis is listening to this right
Yeah,
now.
bro,
Nick
shout out,
Talasakidis,
no, legit,
You
shout
are a
out
real
Nick.
G.
Every time I see Nick, bro, dude goes like to me, Talk, I listen to the podcast. Hey, shout
Oh,
out
legend.
Nick.
Shout
you are
out.
the goat.
Massive shout out.
Hey, go check
Just
out
shout out his
TikTok.
TikTok. He wanted people to.
I don't know what his TikTok is.
Bro,
I don't know
go
what his
check out-
I don't know what
Link
his
in the
TikTok
description.
is.
Link in the description.
If I find his
fire.
TikTok, link in the description.
Bro, his TikTok's fire. I love it.
Nah, but legit. All right, shout out to anyone that listens to the podcast because I love when people come up to me and tell me that they listen to it because like it just makes me happy, bro. They're like,
Puts a
And
smile on your face.
yeah, just like
You gotta understand, Taku put so much time into this. Hey,
yeah, I
that's-
grind this shit. So when people say that, legit, if you listen, bro, you're a real one. You're a real one.
So,
Alright.
should Giannis be the number one contender for the MVP? Yes, no.
Yes, bro.
Yes. Big yes.
Easy, yes.
Who's the second?
Big yes.
Who's second contender? You reckon?
LeBron,
Uh,
easily, averaging 25, 8, and 11 on 1.3 steals per game.
That's crazy.
Dude's
Plus the
killing
number
it.
one record
Yeah,
in the
obviously,
West.
obviously, third it has to be the Claw. Kawhi
The
Leonard,
Claw.
bro.
Yeah, I'd put it in there.
The clock, yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't even play back-to-back games, and kids still doesn't.
He doesn't even play back to backs. Dude plays like 60 games in a season, and he's gonna be third.
I know, but that just shows how good he. That just shows how.
Oh, he's dude's like 27 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 5 assists per game, and 2 steals.
Hey, is there
Is this-
So much, guys, for listening. It's been a.
hell of
I hope you enjoyed the episode. So, like as we said, make sure you check out Kremlin. They're up and coming. They got stuff brewing. They're gonna be big. So you want to get on that train early. Make sure you check out our Instagram at the Split Decision. I think the Split _ the _ Split _ Decision.
Link in the
Check out-
description.
Yeah, the link will be in the description. Check out Twitter. Check out Facebook, our Facebook page. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get that up and running soon. We have a Reddit, bro.
We have a
check out our
Reddit.
Yeah,
We
we
have
have
a
a Reddit.
We got Reddit. Oh,
Because
God.
yeah, we have a Reddit.
Jeez, well, we're on
So-
all platforms.
Bro,
we're
we're
on
on
all
all
platforms.
platforms. Make sure you check out.
Make sure you
everything,
check it
bro.
out. Legit,
Twitter,
you
Instagram,
if you
Facebook, Reddit.
if you want to be on an
WhatsApp.
episode, even if you just want to join in for a segment, just message the pages and we'll get back to you.
Donate
As
to
soon-
Patreon, and maybe if you're a high enough level, we'll put you on the podcast.
You probably don't have a
We don't have a
Patreon.
Patreon. I'm just kidding. We don't have a Patreon.
Only
mean-
fans.
Gorgeous Thomas and OnlyFans.
So thanks for listening. Make sure you check those things out. Link will be in the description.
Giannis for MVP. Rest in peace, Kobe.
R.I.P. Kobe. R.I.P.
That's it. We
Bean.
love you, Kobe.
R.I.P.
We love you.
R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Thanks. All right, one more thing. Thanks for listening. I love every single one of you that listen, and I'm like, I never understood that YouTubers said that, but I genuinely mean it because we put so much work into this thing. So if you guys listen, bro, legit, you're real ones.
You're a real one.
You're real ones.
Real G.
You're real
Yeah,
G's.
you are the real MVP.
And you
Well,
move in silence like lasagna. So thank you.
Yeah.
All
That's all right.
right, peace.
Thank you.